Hello, United Rogue, and we are here for a good old Emerald match. I'm here with Helios,
Hello, everyone.
and we got some pretty interesting things going on. Now, going into this, Pitt unfortunately did have to forfeit their first map, but looks like we're still gearing to get ready for this. I guess anyone you notice on either team for this, Helios?
I think Insanity is going to have a lot of trouble playing Widow on Saravasa. It's a very enclosed map in general. You can really only play it on Temple. So I think they're going to have to change how they play that slightly. And I think the dive is going to be a lot stronger from Maui if they end up running that.
Yeah, I do agree that, especially going into Flashpoint, that the dive is going to be really good. We'll have to see how Insanity and Zeke works together. You know, team's first games probably together. It's first week. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the first Emerald game with perks, if I remember right. We just saw the first Ruby game with perks, and that was pretty fun.
Yes, and I believe this is also very close to... You just can't play Flashpoint anymore, so you can't play New Junk City for future maps. That's kind of important because that nerfs some players here.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we got the good old Mort. I wonder, yeah, like you said about the Widow, not gonna have a great time on this map. I mean, I know from when I played with Insanity last season, he also had a Sojourn. He's a bit of a hit scan main, so we'll have to see what he will pick going into this. With Zeke, I mean, we already pretty much know he's gonna be Reaper. It's his favorite character. You want to look at his picture, it's also Reaper.
Reaper is very strong on certain maps on Saravasa, so I think that guy is gonna have a lot of struggle on maybe dive. Oh, okay. But Widow is just almost unplayable on Ruin and Garden, so you kind of have to go Soj in general.
Absolutely, as we get the first ban, and it looks like we're getting rid of the Mercy. It looks like they are targeting or Asura with that first pick, known to be a Mercy main. I know Asura has also other heroes in her pool, like you got Ana and Kiri, so we'll have to see. Will we see that Ana come out, or who will we see, for that Pittsburgh backline?
It's really the question of, do you even want to play Mercy here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I just think it's funny that the first ban is on Mercy. Just getting rid of that Mercy instantly.
It's such a target ban.
It's such a target ban, but I mean, come on. You gotta do it for the memes, I think. You gotta... I know Pitt's right now trying to figure out their ban. You think they're gonna ban a tank or a DPS going into this?
Oh, I don't know. It's really what would... I don't think they ban a tank here because Zeke just kind of destroys most tanks. So I think you kind of have to ban probably Soj or Soldier here, maybe even Ashe.
Ooh. Oh yeah, especially Ashe with her perks. I think Ashe with her perks has been pretty good recently. Got some pretty good minor and major perks for her. They get rid of the Rhine. Wow, they do. That is a little crazy. They do not want the Rhine mirror, or maybe they're like, hey, now, Rhine is gone. Don't gotta worry about it. And, yeah.
Does the Rhine ban actually help here?
I mean, I feel like Reinhardt could be pretty alright in Flash, but I do think, Ramatra and Winston Diva are more better for this map than Reinhardt, but we'll have to see. Beatdown's probably gonna have to roll out with Ramatra, because I know that's his favorite tank, his other favorite tank. Well, to see how will the dive of Maui go. If they go dive, and for Pitt, how will they work together? I think they're gonna go brawl. So I think we're going dive versus brawl overall in this.
Which means Pitt have a stronger point presence than Maui will, and on any point.
Yes. But I mean, you also got speed from Maui. They got Mort. Mort is known to be a Lucio. He is a great Lucio. We have seen it in combines and in tryouts all off season. Pretty great Lucio. He also does play other supports, but a lot of people remember his Lucio.
I've heard great things about it, so really let's see how he deals with the brawl. I think that's what's really important here.
I like the insanity saying hi, Biscuit. Good old hi in the chat. I'll hit him back with the good old meowdy. Don't worry about it. And fourth wall breaking. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Also seeing Cake as the DPS. I think Cake's gonna go like Tracer. I think we're gonna see from both teams, like for Maui, I think we're gonna see a Tracer and like an Ashe. And then for Pitt, I'm gonna bet more towards like Sojourn and Zeke and not Zeke and Reaper is their DPS hero pool going into it.
It depends on what brawl tank they want to go, because Soj has, yes, more vertical mobility, but she also has a little bit more burst. So I think if you run Soj with like the Queen, I think it's going to be less strong than with like a Ram.
Yeah, I mean, it's with Saravasa. The thing about Flashpoint that's so great is that there's so many different ways you can go about Flashpoint, and it can work.
But you can also get caught out easier. That's that.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much more sight lines and spots to hide, but here we go, going into game one, into Saravasa. Let's see how this begins. Up in the series, though, you know, Maui at least starting with one ahead. Not a bad way to start your season, I think.
It's still recoverable for Pitt.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they got to win 2 more games, and for Pitt, got to win 3. Ooh, we see the cast.
Okay, that isn't surprising. I mean, the Cake Widow, that's...
Cake Widow. I haven't personally seen it too much, but not going to doubt Cake's decision. At least
Cake's
it's not flank Yada.
Yeah. Mirrored backlines.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a really strong backline, especially with perks.
It is more of a glass cannon, however, so you really need to protect your Ana, as Kiri can't really keep her alive in a prolonged fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have Suzu, but that can't really do much because it's only 0.5 second invulnerability.
Ooh, first fall. Good insanity. And here they go, Maui. It's kind of, both teams are just kind of poking each other out, seeing what they can do here. And that guy's left alone on point, and there's beatdowns, antied, Insanity falls.
Insanity ends. Oh no, that's not good.
That is pretty big. No one's capping point yet. Oh, it looks like Pitt will decide to come back and take it.
I mean, I think the real issue is the Reaper just gets forced out by the Soj soldier. It's so much consistent ranged damage that you can't really push, so you have to kind of punish, and you have to punish the Ram here.
Oh,
that's how you have to play this.
Doge falling early again. As yeah, I mean, right now Maui's looking just very split up, honestly. And there is that guy just trying to get something. Kamani with 2 kills. doing some great work there.
That's
There's
not
a
a,
Ramatra ult, and he falls.
that's not a good ult.
Good to see you.
No, that was very much felt like a bit of a desperation, but now, I mean, at least for the first point, at least for both teams have a lot of ults. Honestly, they're coming up on quite a few. For Maui, you got 3. For Pitt, you have every ult in the book ready.
Perks should be coming up very soon for every player here. Both here.
Ooh, insanity! He gets one, and they will clean it up. Pitt with a great cleanup, and they are going to start moving towards point.
Okay, Insanity has chosen Quick Draw for his
That-
perk.
That could be interesting. I know everyone's still learning all about these perks and seeing how they feel, you know.
Zeke has picked Death's Shadow.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a big ante on that guy, but he does get Suzu. Zeke's low. He had a kite. There is a Zarya ult.
Hermione has chosen
members.
Fortune Teller.
Yeah, and again, Pitt just cleaning up house, doing some really good stuff here.
I mean, for Maui, the plus side is that you have Rush. You're getting close to Visor. It just really depends on how Pitt want to play this and where specifically Sakura plays. If they want to play on the height, then you kind of can't reach them with the Visor.
Absolutely. I mean, you only got one support ult for both teams, but you're about to have Rush and Visor. That could be a really good duo, but Doge might get picked off, and he does. He gets picked off by Zeke.
That means you really shouldn't be using Rush this fight.
You shouldn't. You should be careful with it. And there's... Oh, big sleep! There's Rush, but Kiri falls for it. And Ramatra trying to come in. Visor's
there's the
popped
Visor.
out. There goes beatdown. He falls. The other 3 members of Pitt together. Insanity falls. It's
You
just the
can't play
support.
anywhere. You can't play anywhere. If you play on the right side of point, you get peeked by Soj. If you play on the left, you get peeked by Soldier, and you can't play near Fountain because of the Ram. They were really kind of dead there. They needed to get back.
Also, really great job there from Maui, only using 2 ultimates and not everybody being happy and pressing Q at once. Using just 2 ultimates, doing a pretty good job of the efficiency, and they are just going along.
Even though they used only 2 ults, look at Pitt's ultimate bank. They're coming up on 4 ults.
Ooh, there goes one,
Okay,
but
they
Moyer
trade
gets
Furies.
traded.
Only
There is High Noon.
equal ults, I believe.
And Sora will kill Doge. Zeke falls. Maui's really fighting for this point. That guy gets slept, but he's running in on beatdowns. Beatdowns falls. Sora falls. Great ult from that guy to help Maui win this point, it looks like. Yep, they will get it.
Gardens. Also, why could we not see the perks?
It's new things. We'll be okay. You can see the perk if we switch to the person, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. New things. Everyone's adjusting. Players, everybody. As now, I mean, that ultimate bank, you are right though. Still, Pitt looking really great. You have 4 really good ultimates versus Maui's just 1 lonely ultimate.
I think you need a miracle pick from the overclock.
And there is that one, but the soldier was able to keep a DPS and a support alive, but he got traded. That guy gets a kill.
That's a
Cake
huge fight win for
falls.
Maui. That's a huge fight win. They forced out 3 ults.
huge win, and they didn't use any ultimate. Oh no, they used the
They used
cake ult.
overclock,
But to use one ult versus 3 and you win it is huge.
yeah, they used, I believe, Grav and Blossom for only overclock. That is a very good trade. However, they do have both Rush and Nano, but Mort is coming up on that Rush. So it really depends if Mort wants to counter Rush. But
Ooh, there's
he doesn't
that
have
Rush.
the time. Oh no!
There's that Rush. Doge falls. That guy's trying to get Insanity. Insanity is trying to survive. He will fall as well. And it looks like that guy is just trying to keep fighting. And he gets 2 before falling finally. Cake fighting for the point. It's an Ana versus a Zarya. Misses the sleep. And more people are back for Maui. They get beatdowns.
I think that Annihilation looked bad on paper, but they somehow managed to turn it.
I cannot. That was crazy. That ult did not look that important from that guy, but it turned out to be the make or break deal in that whole fight.
So I believe this one is Ruins.
I believe it is also Ruins.
Which means Maui gets a very bad pull for the point. You'd prefer Temple here, but they still get there first.
They absolutely would. I'm a little shocked we don't have a Juno or a Lucio for Flashpoint. I always feel like those are more staples for Flashpoint. You know, get around that map a little easier because this map is huge.
Both Flashpoint maps are huge, so I'm a little concerned that they don't have any speed control. But I guess because it's mirrored backlines, it doesn't really matter.
And they are just beating up on beatdowns, really? There's
Nano Visor!
Nano Visor! Visor to counter, but he falls for it!
They trade kills.
They trade DPS. Beatdowns falls. That is big.
They use Rush Visor compared to Nano
Nothing.
Visor.
Yeah, Nano Visor. You guys see going to the Cassidy. That will be pretty good here. So it's basically everybody's a hit scan. Both DPS are hit scans, I'm pretty sure.
This map isn't that great for hit scans in general, though, because the point is fully enclosed.
Ooh, Insanity quickly!
Oh, wow.
Wow! Instantly falling. That is a little surprising. There's the Zarya ult!
There's the Nano,
but there's
too.
the Anti!
The Anti doesn't do anything.
They had to use Nano to keep the Ana up. That was huge. And Maui walks away. Now they're up 2-0 to start the series.
The Cacao in chat.
Normally, they would just be down 1-0, but I mean now with as it is, I mean Maui's already up 2-0. Pitt's already pressed against the wall.
Yeah, I mean that grab was huge. It caught the entire back line.
Very great plays though from both teams, really showing what they got here. As now it's up to Pitt. What will they pick? The first hero ban or or will they pick map?
I think they should choose the map here, because unless you want to protect map that's more favorable for you.
I think if I'm Pitt at this point, I'm pretty sure Pitt has done scrims. Whatever scrim map you did the most on, go to it. Because you need this would be early in the series, but right now we're pressed against the wall. You gotta get a win. So that way you get some momentum.
Like you need to get a form of win.
Right, you need to get some momentum, at least going into this.
I mean, the real question is whether it's going to be push hybrid or escort here. Because those are the only ones left. They can't go to control or flashpoint.
I think, honestly, push would be pretty good, possibly, just because of the extra, line of sight you can get, which would help Insanity breathe a little better as a hit scan.
I mean, if you go to push, the real map you can't go to is Runesapi, because they're gonna run dive and they're gonna hunt Insanity.
Absolutely. I think you need to go to, I think Colosseo, I'm pretty sure is.
Colosseo might be worse, honestly, because of that bridge. Yeah, you have the longest sight lines, but Widow is just so diveable on Colosseo that I don't think it's worth it. I think you'd rather play the Ashe.
I mean, it is interesting to decide what you would want to do.
They could also go to a King's Row here, because Widow is much more favorable on King's Row because of the longer sight lines on streets.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just have to really see what will they decide. For Maui, you got to be pretty happy. You went into Flashpoint, got that win pretty good, came out guns blazing, and now it's up to Pitt. What can you do?
And you even beat them in the Brawl Mirror, too.
Absolutely. And it looks like they are still deciding. We saw some really great plays, though, from everybody, though. I think that guy, though, especially on that second point, really, that annihilation at first did not look all that important. But then, 30 seconds later, it was, oh, man, the only one that's left is Zarya versus the 4 other members of Maui.
And you just kill the Czar. Those 2 trades were so important.
It was, but when he first popped it, I was like, why did we? I felt like the first one, if you remember, on the first point, it was why did we pop it? It was a little interesting, but
yeah, that one was a little questionable.
Yeah, when he was on stairs and it was the first one, and he just popped and he was all by himself. It's well, what are you doing? But then that one was I questioned it at first, and then 30 seconds later, it's oh, pretty good. Do you think, no matter what map they go to, do you think we'll get a Lucio or Juno going into this?
Yes. Yeah.
I think the most likely person to do Lucio or Juno is more at the moment.
Yeah. I think he's going to lean more towards the Lucio, however, because it's Colosseo. You need more AoE control of speed here.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. Going to Colosseo, and this is a good Ashe map. A very good, Ashe, Widow. If you have a good hit scan, this is where you want to go.
Yeah. Insanity might be very oppressive. They really need to find a way to shut him down. If they shut Insanity down, I think they can get the win.
Absolutely. As now Maui, I think they're still trying to figure out the hero ban. Who will they ban? Will they actually just ban Widowmaker? I mean, it sounds crazy, but considering you have Insanity over there, who was a really great Widow all last season, maybe you do it. Or maybe get rid of that Ashe.
But you might also be able to get rid of that Brawl potential by banning either Juno or Lucio.
Ooh, yeah, it'd be pretty big.
But if you ban Juno or Lucio, and if Pitt win Colosseo, then you can't ban either of them for Brawl on Escort and Hybrid. So I think you'd rather save it for DPS.
I mean, the biggest thing here is if you're Pitt, your biggest thing is that you want the absolute best situation for you as a team. Yeah. And I mean, thinking about hero bans, it's really important to know who are you playing against and what do they like to play. It makes it that information is valuable going into this. I mean, hey, you did see a game, so now you know, hey, this is what they like to play, you know.
But you also have to keep in mind that the perks will change how you approach this. Like if Insanity runs the Widow, they have the opportunity to go for Escape Plan, where if they hit any headshot, it reduces the grapple hook cooldown. So that does increase her mobility a little more and prevent her from getting dived as much.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The perk system really makes Overwatch, a complicated game already, even more complicated.
It's already been hard to play, so perks just make it harder, arguably.
I will say, like, for certain characters, there's perks that I think everybody will just pick, and I don't think there's really a debate. Like, my favorite hero, Ana, I mean, I think you pick the nano one for the major, and then you pick double nade. And then that's it. I don't know why you would pick the other ones.
Groggy is good if you're getting dove, because then you can get out and they can't really chase you as much. But the Bionade is just so strong that, yeah, you do kind of have to take the double nade.
Right. That double nade can do 100 heals or 100 damage. And that's without nano.
150.
Oh, it's 150?
Yeah, because the bounce does 50.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. That's still crazy, though. And then is that with or without nano?
Without nano.
That's insane. Just to have a sudden burst or, sudden damage burst or heal boost of that. That is insane amount of damage. Or heals. That's crazy.
Especially if you combine that. Especially if you combine that with the headshot.
Ooh.
Because if you hit one headshot and the double nade, they die no matter what. Over half the cast just dies with that.
So Maui opted to ban the Widowmaker. Not too surprising. And then we have Pitt ready to go. They ban Ramatra, which is meaning, I'm gonna guess, we're gonna see Rhine versus Rhine.
That or Maui runs the dive with the Ashe, Tracer, Carry Lucio.
I don't know all the tanks that guy runs. That guy last season played... I'm pretty sure that guy last season played support, if I remember right. But then again, their tank for Pittsburgh last season was Bonaparte, and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, that guy's done pretty good tonight.
Really, the only thing you won't see is Poke here. You're not really going to see a Sig or a Lari.
I mean, and also now, you also just got rid of Ramatra. So that's a huge, Poke tank gone. I feel like Ramatra's kind of in between. He can kind of do both.
Yeah, a lot of times you want to use Form just to survive because of that 80% block damage reduction.
But I mean,
yeah.
If they're up in my face and they're pressed against a wall, I'm going Form and just beating them up.
Yeah, you're punching at that point.
Here we go, and there we are. Okay, everyone's basically on their favorite heroes. Okay, we have more on the Lucio, Kylo on the Moira, their favorites. Kamani as Kiriko, one of her favorites, and we of course have Asura as the Mercy. Pretty interesting.
Really, Asura has to pocket Insanity here. I mean, damage boosted Dynamite just does so much damage. Although Soj does have more range than Ashe, so I'm really it's really gonna depend, and it's really interesting to see how specifically Insanity and Cake are gonna play against each other.
You also have that guy, as Ryan, you have beatdowns as Zarya, and that's a bit interesting as well. Ooh, there's the first pick from Calaho.
They might res that if it's in a decent position, but the lack of a res means it probably isn't.
No, they are already kiting back, giving up some space. We're gonna see what they will do here as Cass is coming back.
Cass is alone.
He is alone on that high ground. It's kind of, the team's kind of split up, it feels like right now.
Hmm.
And there's that Ryan in, he's alone. And he's able to walk away. But he falls.
Oh, Czar melts. Oh no.
Czar has to be at 100. Oh, there's another one.
I mean, at this point, it's just full kite. Get out or die.
Yep, as Pitt looking to run it down and to start their push.
The thing is, they don't have speed control, so they can't chase.
Oh boy, that guy has changed to the guy that wants no fun. He's no fun, and with perks, he even got more not fun. Now you need an Ana immediately.
You might not need the Ana, but
there's the Mercy already. Zeke falls. That guy falls. That's huge. Can they keep it up?
Mort lives there?
Mort surviving, but Asura falls.
How has he lived this long?
Mort trying to be Log Jr. There's Calaho's ult trying to get to Mort with a kill and Calaho with a kill.
Mort is getting his perks. That is reload on wall ride, if I remember correctly.
Now we have JQ against Malga. I don't know how I feel about that.
Calaho has chosen the 50% jump increase during Fade.
That's pretty good. I like that perk a lot. Ooh, there's Dynamite! And there's Rush!
Cake has chosen the ammo upgrade for Soj. Oh wow, that's a huge rail.
Doge falls, that's pretty big. Pitt starting to push it up as a squad. For Maui, you have 3 ultimates, and for Pitt, you got 2. We'll just see what they will do with those ults, but you do have beat. Pretty big ult, and that guy getting low. Bob running in, he gets booped. And he's gonna beat up that guy.
I mean, the Malga just got super caught.
Absolutely, and there goes Doge, and Mort trying to run away with the heal orb. He's able to run away with it. For now, at least, it looks like Mort's trying to get back with the team.
I mean, you have 3 ults coming up on a 4th. You really want to use beat as a last resort.
And there goes 2 for Pitt. That's pretty big.
Oh, wow.
Wow, we're using the cage. We do not like Mercy. All right.
I think you're fine trading Cage for Falcon overclock.
Absolutely. If I'm Pitt, I'm pretty happy with that. You're coming up on 2 big ults. You know.
And you're halfway to rush too.
Yeah, I mean, pretty big. You know, they have Bob, they have Beat still, and they're about to have another Cole. Let's see what they will do with that. That guy is just fearless, and Mort finally falls. And Pitt again, is just winning it out. They need to push it, try to get that forward spawn. They keep winning these team fights, but then, you know, because of the forward spawn that Maui gets, it just helps them get ready for this next fight right here.
And also, just looking at Insanity, Insanity has chosen the Sidewinder minor perk, which allows Coach Gun to knock back enemies and yourself just a little bit more.
Oh, wow, and that guy gets the kill on Asura. We'll have to see how that perk helps out. Calaho with a good kill. Cake getting a kill there, and Sandy's the last one left, and Calaho will finish it off. We got another good old Kachow in chat.
That guy has chosen the ammo regen during charge.
Definitely good.
The name escapes me right now, but
oh, there's the first res, I think, of the round.
yeah.
That guy falls.
That was all. We were also shown adhesive siphon from Cake.
And there is Rush. Here they go.
I mean, I guess he's safe beat for Queen ult.
I get the idea.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to just see, but I mean, right now, yeah, I mean, they're currently still pushing. There's Bob. Bob is in, but they had to pop ults. That
They lost Queen ult.
they lost Queen and they lost Bob.
Oh, this is Cake is active. He's get the 5K. Oh,
And
nice.
wow, Cake will get it. They are still pushing. 3 minutes left.
Uh-oh, they're pushing.
I mean, for Pit, you have High Noon, you do have Valk, so we're gonna see how that does. As yeah, now Beatdown's trying to get some work in.
Second res.
Second res, but Beatdown's
I
falls.
need to force I overclock.
Zeke doesn't get anyone with his High Noon, and Maui's just keeping pushing point, and it might. And there is Asura, yeah, trying to touch, and she won't. Maui
3-0.
Maui ends this 3-0, and yeah, I mean, really great first game from Maui. For Pitt, great effort, and I think, you know, this is a good thing. You'll be able to go back, watch it, be like, hey, look, let's see what's happening here. But pretty good overall from both teams. Had some really good fights, some good fun ults. But yeah,
Pitt played very, very well. I don't think they should be sad that they lost 3-0. They had a lot of good moments, especially on Coliseo. And they also won a couple on Flashpoint too. So I think all they really need to do is just look at how they played and say, oh, yeah, this wasn't as bad as it looked in the score.
absolutely. I mean, it's more, this is the first week things, right? Like, you always, first weeks, it's always, you know, it doesn't go right in the first week. It's fine. It's first week. You don't know. You guys are still trying to figure each other out, you know. Still figuring out your game plans, who your comps are and all that, but always next week. But I guess you got anything, left over to say for this game?
Probably not. Although, yeah, no, I think in general they played very well, both teams. And I think they should be very happy with how they did.
I agree, but that is it for us here for United Rogue Overwatch, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Have a good night.